Nate, no, watch out for the debt collectors. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Coming at you with a new episode of Euphoria. We got to see the wedding and the return of a bunch of old characters. Not McKay though. Whatever happened to him? Piggy got revenge. Don't get into debt. Let's get into the episode. There's been a few points in time where anyone could get rich. The crazy line Rue starts the episode with. Will I get rich from making shitty YouTube videos? Sure hope so. Cool line though, because it's all about how random opportunities can open up and people are able to ascend from rags to riches just like that. It relates to our world because we're in the age of social media, which is totally one of those times. For real though, who wants to have a job? We start the episode off with the Jules flashback. I think it's cool how they're starting the episodes with flashbacks of what the characters have been up to since we last saw them in season 2. Similar to the flashback openings from season 1, which was cool. Seeing Jules' flashback now was fitting since we were just reintroduced to her out of nowhere at the end of last episode. We get to see how she got set up being a sugar baby. Some of the weird stuff these desperate rich men get up to. Thigh licking fetish was wild. Also, she hates retail, and I mean valid. Eventually, she meets Mr. Super Sophisticated Plastic Surgeon Ellis. He's the dude with the family who's been paying her rent. Unlike the other guys she's met, this guy is handsome, but he also seems kind of creepy, like he wants to exploit her. Like offering to make her boobs bigger, because he's a plastic surgeon. And at the end of their date, he takes her home and wraps her up in plastic wrap, because he's a plastic surgeon. He probably has a plastic fetish. I low-key thought bro was going to keep her locked in his closet. It was kind of reminding me of that scene in The Idol where The Weeknd wraps the cloth around Jocelyn and cuts open a mouth hole and hits her with, "Now you can sing." I might make a few callbacks to The Idol because I just rewatched it and it definitely has the same level of freak as this show. Everyone thought that show was shit, but I truthfully thought it was some peak entertainment. Just say you can't form your own opinions and you only listen to everything Moist Critical says. Hating the Idol, top tier sheep opinion. Weekend sponsor me. I'm the only one that likes your show. Maybe I'll make an Idol video. That could be fun. Okay, now that the flashback is out of the way, let's get into the main story. We get to see some strippers. Hell yeah. Some hella illegal stuff going on at the Silver Slipper. Coming to see girls shake ass is actually just a psyop to sell weapons. And Rue's the main gun saleswoman. She's only making 3% commissions, which kind of sucks, but I guess she's not exactly in a place to make the big moves. She asks Alamo when she will, quote unquote, go legit, and Alamo seems kind of pissed about this. But as they're having this conversation, a frickin' pig barges in through the door and wrecks shit up in the strip club. You get to see the pig piss out of its asshole. Awesome. Alamo blows its fucking head off. At least Lori's crew let the thing outside. Much more humane of them. Now these guys gotta plan their payback, and guess what? It involves more animal cruelty. Leave the bird alone, guys. We'll come back to this plot later. Also, she brings Jules as her +1 to the wedding, and she tells her to dress sexy. And she does not exactly do that. Dressed like a skank, low-key. Alright, now the main event. Jules and Maddie are both dressed rather absurdly for a wedding. Not like I'm anti-showing skin or anything. I love it as much as the next guy. But it's a wedding, not the club. I mean, they were probably both trying to stunt on the hoes. I can't imagine either of them cared about dressing appropriately for this wedding. Cal's like, I saw a little more than her face. Classic Cal. It's pretty cool to see all these characters come together. The whole high school gang, Nate's parents, Cassie's mom. And speaking of pissing in assholes, Nate's brother's here too. Based on how extravagant things are looking, I would guess that they did buy the 50K flowers. Crazy. Nate should have been a bit smarter when it came to spending his money. That might come to bite him in the ass later. Cassie's mom trauma dumps on her while she walks her down the aisle. Bet she's really getting her daughter excited for the wedding. She's hilarious though. Glad to see Cassie's mom again. And boom, they're married. Rue basically gets called away right away and leaves Jules all alone at the Jacobs family gathering. But at least she's still got Maddie. She's practically naked. It's like she's just wearing a curtain instead of a dress. We get to see a little interaction between Cal and Jules, which I'm sure has been long awaited. I was under the impression Cal got busted for the Jules tape, but turns out it was just for some boy butt. I guess Nate destroyed the Jules tape because he's such a nice guy. Poor Cal, though. Bro's life genuinely got wrecked. At least his family still loves him. And it seems like him and Jules made peace, but he definitely wants to fuck again. I wonder if Nate had to swift through the footage of his dad fucking dudes. That would be hella traumatizing. Both of Nate's parents do a speech. Cal's was kind of sweet, but Marsha's totally throwing shade at Maddie. I do think it's kind of weird Maddie even went to the wedding. I thought she would have done something crazy, but this is a more mature Maddie, and she's not about to act out and do something crazy. A far cry from season 1 Maddie. Not like it's a bad thing, she's just grown up and will walk away instead of making her crazy power plays.
I'm supposed to be here right now because I'm dressed like a hooker and none of you like me, but I just wanted to say congratulations.
Maddie, get out of here.
What in God's name is your problem, you cunt?
She eventually leaves the wedding after seeing the very suggestive dance Nate and Cassie do together. Damn, Jules is all alone again. So let's talk about Nate's debt, as this seems to be the hottest commodity going on at the wedding. Our boy Naz pulls up to the wedding and Loki drops some threats on our boy Nate. I feel like I needed some more clarification on why Nate is making all these dumbass financial decisions or where half of his fucking brain went. I'm assuming that instead of paying Naz back, he bought the $50K flowers, but I feel like he should have been smart enough to not try and snake out the debt collectors like that. Has bro never seen Squid Game? I'm hoping next episode we started off with a Nate flashback so we can start to understand why he's in his current situation and why he's making the choices he's making. Hate to see it. He clearly is good at manipulating people, as he got his idiot friends to invest their kids' college fund with him. And to be fair, it sounds like a them problem, not Nate's. Closer to the end of the episode, as Cassie and Nate are leaving the wedding, Nate has his whole heartfelt apology to get Cassie back on his side. I low-key think this was him pulling his manipulator tactics. Not saying he doesn't love her, but this speech was almost too perfect to be genuine. But hey, it does seem like he's got her back in his good books. Or got back in her good books, you know what I'm trying to say. Next is when the craziest shit in the whole episode goes down. So the two of them get back to their mansion, about to go up to the bedroom for some sexy time, but wait. Frickin' Naz is sitting right there in the dark being all threatening. And then some random muscle dude pops out and starts beating the shit out of Nate. He pushes Cassie's face onto the ground when she tries to stop him. And like, chill dude, abusing women over here. Lock this dude up. Cassie starts crying and having a breakdown because this was supposed to be the best day of her life. But instead she's got a bloody nose and her husband's getting his ass whooped. I swear she felt worse about not getting the perfect wedding than she did for Nate. But hey, you can't help but feel for her. I think this was supposed to be played for laughs low-key. It sounds really sad as I'm saying it here. I think she's supposed to come off as self-absorbed because Nate is literally getting beat half to death and she's more worried about how the day was ruined. Still feel bad though.
No.
I'm
Nate tries to escape but gets dragged down the stairs and this dude starts taking his shoes off. Thought he was about to suck his toes. But then Naz gets up with a set of pliers and cuts his fucking toe off. That's fucking crazy. What's Nate supposed to do without a toe? But yeah, I feel like we needed a bit more of an explanation for how Nate got himself in this situation. Because with how things stand, he just seems like he's a fucking idiot. Like, obviously he knew something bad would have happened if he dicked the debt collectors around for too long. Have you seen Squid Game? I think these types of scenes work a lot better when we're given more of a clear reason for why this situation unfolded. And I don't feel like the situation was properly explained to me here. I feel bad for bro and his toe, but what the fuck, man? Bet the $50K flowers weren't worth it now. I got some predictions for what might happen next, but we'll save the predictions for later.
I didn't wait my entire life to have a ghetto wedding.
I forgot to mention before, but Wayne's got a fight with his dad over Faye. Kinda crazy he wants to fuck the same girl as his son, but who knows what they get up to in redneck land.
Grab some of the kids. Don't get yo.
Rue calls Fez on the way to meet up with Bishop. I get that they still want to keep him alive in the show, but I feel like we could have gone without that scene. Thinking we're all gonna jump up like it's a cameo in a Marvel movie. But anyways, she meets up with Bishop, and it's time for them to initiate Operation Kill the Parrot. Bro's name is Paladin, by the way. Hard-ass name. This dude Bishop is funny as hell, but he definitely does not love animals.
Do you like animals?
I love them.
While everyone is distracted, he slips a pill into Paladin's water. He says he's a cowboy and pays for the drugs, then him and Rue leave. Rue also gets fucking pulled over by the DEA on the drive back. Damn, let a girl live. Later on, we see Paladin die after drinking his water. That dude Bishop got that bird high as hell. I feel real bad for the parrot, though. Why'd they have to kill the bird? They should have just killed Lori or Wayne's gross-ass dad. Whatever Lori does next is low-key justified because they killed her frickin' bird. Genuinely evil. Bishop is still cool as hell, though, but fuck that dude. Keep him away from your pets.
The fuck we talk about? Quality control.
Okay, so prediction time. What's gonna happen this season? I feel bad for Nate and his toe. I bet we're gonna get a flashback explaining his debt situation next episode. I mean, we better. He probably does not have the money to pay Naz back, so I'm thinking Cassie's gonna have to pull their asses out of debt by opening her OnlyFans page again. So I think Cassie will save the day. I have heard a lot of predictions saying Nate is going to lose everything this season. And I mean, bro is already kind of at rock bottom. If he's just going to lose more, they basically just brought him back as a humiliation ritual for this season. I don't want to see that. Maybe it'll be like the end of The Idol when we think Weekend has been destroyed, but he still gets the girl in the end. Some let me introduce you to the love of my life type stuff. I'm hoping Mr. and Mrs. Jacobs come out on top this season. Either Cassie will save them with OnlyFans money, or Nate is going to be crazy Nate again and go all Kill Bill on the debt collectors. That'd be pretty cool. Wait, hold up. There's another part in the trailer when someone breaks into Nate's house. I don't know what's going to happen there, but it's going to happen. Maybe he doesn't pay them back, so they come back again. Hopefully he doesn't lose another toe.
He doesn't want to listen to reason.
So Rue probably is not going to go to jail. I think the DEA wants her to be an informant to spy on Alamo. I'm sure she will do it, but I don't want to see our girl in trouble. I think there will straight up be a gang war with Lori's crew and Alamo's crew following the death of Paladin. Rue's going to be mixed up with cops in both gangs. Hopefully she's able to profit from this in some way. Would hate to see her get hurt. Jules is probably going to play more plastic BDSM with that dude Ellis. And he's probably going to try to force her to get plastic surgery or something. I know he's a sketchy dude. I just know it. So that was the episode. Crazy stuff. The last video got 200 views, which was pretty awesome. So thanks for the support, gang. Your boy really appreciates it. Hopefully I can bring you some more top tier content soon. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Peace.
Till I pass out.